So Chucky the Shoe, this is from The Intercept, says Chuck Schumer warns Senate Democrats, fight Brett Kavanaugh or pay the price from the base.
And those glasses are at half mast.
And
he's serious.
He's warned. Now, this was from a couple weeks ago. This was from 2 weeks ago, that headline. That was from 2 weeks ago. Here's from today. Schumer won't punish centrist Democrats who back Trump's Supreme Court pick.
Why would you? Why would there be consequence for being complicit to place a Trump Supreme Court nominee?
What? What? So what Chuck Schumer, what's that's called is not leading. That's called why we got Trump. So he's not whipping the votes, which means you're the leader. What's the point of being elected leader if you can't lead? So what he's supposed to do is whip the vote in this situation and say, hey, we need 49 of our Democratic senators to stand united and oppose Kavanaugh. And then we just need to pick off one Republican. And we've stopped it. And you have a victory. But that's not what he's doing. Chuck Schumer's going to go, F it, we're not going to win. Screw it. We're going to let this happen. Joe Manchin and all these other guys, you can all vote for Trump's picks. It's okay. And we'll still love you. We'll even give you money to run again. We'll even help funnel money to Joe Manchin so he can run again. We'll probably even do... So if you remember what Chuck Schumer said, he said, I will oppose Judge Kavanaugh's nomination with everything I have.
In my pocket. Which is just $1 bill.
With everything I have, and I hope a bipartisan majority will do the same. He tweeted on July 9th. He's going to fight it with everything I have. Well, if you were fighting it with everything you have, Chuck, you would whip the vote. You would stick your chin out. And you would strong arm your own senators in your own caucus. But you're not. So that's not fighting the nomination with everything you have. And people see it. I see it. That's why I'm doing this video. And we're going to pass it around. And whenever you try to wag your finger at someone else, I'm going to show people that he did not. Chuck Schumer came to the Trump again. Joe Manchin plans to meet with Kavanaugh next week. Senator Joe Donnelly of Indiana, Democrat, another Democrat facing a tough re-election fight in a Trump-friendly state, plans to do so in August. Both have voiced openness to voting for Kavanaugh. So those are the two guys he's going to let vote for him. When I say let, I mean he's not going to demand. That's the whole how politics work. So he's the leader. He's supposed to demand unity on a vote. That's why you're in a party. That's why you vote for leaders. And the people who go against you on something that you demand unity on are supposed to pay a heavy price. So what did Chuck Schumer do? He's not going to demand unity, so he doesn't have to punish anybody for crossing him, because he's never going to demand they do anything. And that's how you become a leader. You never demand they do anything. And you just keep taking money. So you know why he's the leader. Chuck Schumer is considered the leader because he's the most corrupted by Wall Street money. He takes the most Wall Street cash and he gives it to people like Joe Manchin and everybody else, so they vote for him. And then he doesn't lead. He's not a leader. He's the opposite of a leader. He's a follower. That's why he's been chosen by the donors to be the leader. And this is the result. Everybody does whatever they want. Go along with Trump, fine.
Well, not just that, but I just want to add, speaking of people like Joe Donnelly and then Joe Manchin, I was having a heated discussion with a blue no matter who friend of mine, and they're like, look, it's important because it gets us the votes. I'm like, okay, so applying the formula that gets us Joe Donnellys and Joe Manchins, we have to do that because it gets us the votes we want. Have you been paying attention to the past year? It does the opposite. The exact opposite.
Senate Democrats, so listen to this. This is what they should do. You want to know what the Democrats should do? This is what they should do. Adam Jentelson of Democracy Forward says this is what they should do. Senate Democrats should publicly declare that they have lined up 49 votes against Kavanaugh as quickly as possible so that they can shift into a full court pressure campaign against their vulnerable Republican colleagues. Just need to pick off one vote. Just one. Because right now, it's 50 to 49. Because John McCain's sick, so he doesn't show up to vote. So they have a 51-49 advantage in the Senate, but right now it's 50-49 because John McCain's sick, doesn't show up to vote. So you just need one. Everyone knows we're not in charge, said Chuck Schumer. People want to see that you've made the fight and done it in a smart way. Well, you haven't made the fight. So he's just saying, again, this is lying, gaslighting. You're not fighting. You haven't made the fight. And people see that. You might be able to bullshit people, and Rachel Maddow will bullshit people at your behalf, but I'm going to tell them the truth. The truth is you didn't make the fight. You're lying that you made the fight, and you're lying to everybody, and you're letting the country down by not making the fight and conceding to Trump again. Chuck Schumer is the problem with America, not Susan Sarandon and Jill Stein. Some progressives were later upset over the passage of a bill easing banking regulations and Haspel's confirmation. Schumer voted no, but didn't try to stop centrist Democrats from voting yes, a strategy that bears resemblance to his approach to Kavanaugh. So he didn't try. That's not trying with everything you have. That's the opposite. That's not trying. That's not doing anything. I will oppose Judge Kavanaugh's nomination with everything I have. That's what he said on July 9th. He's not doing it at all. He's trying to make sure that he leads, meaning Chuck Schumer. So this is Senator Robert Case, a Democrat from Pennsylvania, Senator Casey from Pennsylvania. He said about Schumer, he says he's trying to make sure that he leads. He doesn't try to dictate. In any legislative body, that's a challenge. No, he's not leading. That's the opposite of leading. Leaders get results.
Well, this is the same entity that will tell you that Barack Obama didn't fight for his Supreme Court pick because he was being polite.
Schumer pushed for concessions on immigration in a spending debate, leading to a brief government shutdown in January that created frustration at both ends of the Democratic spectrum. This is how he leads. So, okay, there you go. There's your Chucky the Shoe today. There's your Democrat Party update. They're horrible. Still horrible. Still enabling Trump. The assistants. #the assistants.